Hello everybody and welcome back to another wonderful, wobulous, exciting daily dose, other descriptors of the wonderful, wobulous, oops, I already said that, anyway, Project Zomboid, yes, my most smooth introduction to date, I'd say. Anyway, welcome back. Last episode, we're still maintaining the rotation of doing a daily food run, followed by a daily bit of construction. And since we did have a really solid food run, as we will be seeing here momentarily, since I didn't put everything away, we are going to be looking pretty damn good as far as food goes. So, happy to see that. I'm very excited to maintain that. I think that was the wrong drawer. It was. We'll take this back. We're going to end up putting it in the right drawer, which is off to our left. And now that we have some food... Oh, and we actually also picked up a second duffel bag for construction purposes. A third one, actually, too. We're looking really, really good. So what we're going to do here is pop this open and drop this one. We'll take this out first. And we'll drop one of them on the ground. I don't know which one it is that we need to drop on the ground. I'm hoping it's this one. It was. We can also hold on to this one. We're going to use one of them purely for construction, so we can kind of keep this packed up with stuff, and the other one we're going to hang on to as well. The other one we're going to do is drop and not use when we need to do construction, so maintaining a sense of kind of organization, I guess is a good way to look at it. We're going to be going to grab all of our, I'm going to put this in here as well. We're going to be going to grab all of our, not our nails, our wooden planks that we left on the shelf. We're going to get some sleep first, and then we're going to begin construction again in the morning to continue up in the experience. We need to make sure that we keep gaining construction experience because we are in a little bit of a need for it, obviously. We're still not at the point where we could build really good walls. I was debating, and I still am to a certain extent, building the walls now, or at least some walls now, even though they'd be really crappy. They would provide some sort of extra defense on top of what they already, on top of being kind of shitty. But not only that, they would also provide a lot of experience for us, which is probably the main reason I do it, though maybe not the best reason to do it. It's definitely something to think about. I don't know if I'm going to do it this episode. I'm still, like I said, debating. Why did he not drop it? Drop. There we go. Alright. I just want to make sure I got the right one here. If I was to pick it back up, will I have everything that I had in it before? Yes. I am, with this being alpha, of course, and everything, I am still a little bit nervous about dropping certain things because I'm not entirely sure what will work and what won't. So... yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about dropping certain things, but it seems to work just fine. We can drop that on the ground. We don't have to worry about it right now. We'll leave that there. We will actually go out and let's eat breakfast first. A little bit of beef jerky to start off your day, and then we'll go out and saw some more logs. I think is a good thing, a good first option for us. We still have a few logs that we haven't sawed yet. We can use those to build almost immediately, and it'll, again, up our construction while clearing out this area over here of the logs that we have left. We might as well get rid of them, and sawing logs actually does us a good chunk of experience as well, so definitely nothing to shake your fist at. Or to sneeze at, as Northern Lion would say, nothing to sneeze at because he's 50 years old and has old man sayings, but as it were. Alright, we're going to saw these logs up. And we will actually remove nails, and we'll go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go over here and actually start placing down the floors right away. We might as well. No reason not to. Now, one of the changes that are in this one then that weren't in the other one that I kind of like, actually, was that before, logs, depending on the tree that you chopped down, you got a very specific set of... a very specific set's the word I'm looking for. Kind of a random works too. Oh my god, my thoughts are all over the place right now. Basically, the bigger the tree, the more planks you would get from the logs that dropped, or the more logs you would get, essentially, therefore making more planks. But now, it's a very determined set. You're going to get a log, and you're automatically going to get 3 planks from each. When I think before, it used to be 1 log equals 1 plank. So now I think trees just drop a couple, 1 to 2 different sets of logs as opposed to like 5 logs, and they will always give you the same amount of planks either way. I like that a lot. It adds some regularity to it, and you can kind of predict and plan out a little bit more what your kind of planning features are and how many trees you have. You can kind of like do a rough guesstimate as to how many logs you're going to get and what work you can get done. If any of that made even like the smallest bit of sense. I tend to ramble every so often, and sometimes what I think is not doesn't make any coherent sense. That, and I'm getting a little bit sick on the same. I don't know if you can tell. I feel like I'm getting a slightly stuffy nose, and I'm definitely kind of feeling a little bit on the sicker side. So my thoughts could be even more random than they normally would. Saw them logs. It is looking, yeah, we're at 181, which is good. We are doing really well as far as that's concerned. We are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. Sometimes it worked. It worked every once in a while. Doesn't seem to work anymore. And we'll do 1, 2, 3. Might as well. Build. Come on. Oh, God. Build. Floor. Wooden floor. I need planks. I have planks. Where'd my hammer go? It was working a minute ago. Was that a glitch? I didn't have my hammer out. Oh no, I have no nails. I thought I pulled out nails. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're actually gonna need to go and get more nails, which is surprising. That's gonna have to be a priority as far as our next scavenge run goes, is to make sure that we have nails, because apparently for the first time so far we're running out of nails, and this is well, we still probably have about 3/4 of the nails that we had before, but I'd rather not risk it. We will come on, unpack this one. Why am I not reading my book? Oh Lord, why am I not reading my book? Alright, let's do this first. Saw logs. Then we'll go in the house and we'll read. Because reading is good, children. Make sure you do it. I don't know if you guys actually like to read. Is that something a lot of kids still hate doing? I'm assuming it is. God, why do I sound like I'm 100 years old? Is that something that kids still don't like doing? No, reading. Do you guys like to read? I mean, I know reading's still a thing, obviously. It's not like reading isn't a thing. But is that something like a lot of the kids don't like to do anymore still? Because I personally, when I have the opportunity and the time to do so, I still very much like to read. When time presents itself to do it. That's typically the problem and the hard thing for me is finding the time. But when it's there, I like it. Where are... We definitely still have nails. Okay, good. We still have nails. Alright, well, we'll pack up all these nails, and then we'll read this book, and we'll go saw some logs, and hopefully we'll level up our carpentry again. And then I'm gonna check out seeing what our walls look like once that's a thing we can do, which hopefully it will be very shortly. Alright, this is all done, so we're gonna read it. Let's speed up time ever so slightly. Getting a little hungry. Is my guy saying stuff? Were words coming out of his mouth? Is he reading out loud because maybe he forgot how to read a little bit? That would be kind of funny. Alright, well, our carpentry is up now. I was going to say, I thought I heard raining out here, but I'm glad I didn't, because if I did, I'd be a little bit weary to continue building, but I would say I'd have to do it just to kind of make use of the book that we just read. You wouldn't want to waste that at all. And we're almost done with our wooden path all the way to the exit here. Still doing some sort of like design, I guess, is a way of looking at it. So for those of you who are wondering what the hell it is I'm doing, and you weren't aware that I was following the path, I'm adding a wooded path here. Is there a reason for it? No, not at all. Whoops, I did not want to do that. The reason is just to level myself up, but at the same time, make it look fancy. Make it look like my survivor area is still nice. I wish... no, maybe not. I was going to say, I wish that maybe when zombies walked on the wooden path, you'd be able to hear them a bit better. But honestly, that's kind of a weird want. I don't think that's actually something that this game needs even a little bit. That's just a feature that I'm kind of just like spewing out of my asshole because I have wooden floors. I'd be like, you know what would be nice? These wooden floors actually help me live longer. Every time I placed a wooden panel, my life extended by a day. Like, no, that's not something that the wooden floors do. Granted, maybe I'd be able to hear them. Maybe I'd be able to hear them a bit better. What's going on? There we go. No, no. There we go. Jesus H. Christ. Alright, how are we looking? Carpentry, 217. It's not doing the multiplier thing. I'm curious if it's because maybe we don't have we're not getting the multiplication because it was a beginner's carpentry book and it only helps with the first level. Very, very possible. I don't entirely know, actually, which worries me again ever so slightly. But that's fine. I mean, we're still building, so we're still getting experience. We're just not getting the big bonus to experience that we once had. And we didn't go through all that much food today either during this day of construction, which is also a good thing. Let's go and equip our axe as our primary. Chop down a few more trees, because we did get through the trees, which is good. And give ourselves enough set of logs to work with on the next building day, saying that the next day that we that our character wakes up at isn't going to be a building day, but a scavenge day. Come on, there we go. Just chopping down the forest. No big deal. NBD, baby. One more. Oops, I thought I was getting this one. There we go. We can get a couple more, I think. It won't be good. There we go. I'm actually tempted to take down this entire forest. I mean, probably not gonna. Well, I'll probably chop down all the trees until my character needs to go to bed, or at least need to get him inside because the sun's going down. But I'm tempted to try and get rid of as much of this as possible because we'll be able to see zombies a little bit easier if they do come this way. Granted, we won't be able to hear them, but seeing them's better. Hearing them's, I mean, nice. You're like, oh, they're in the trees somewhere. I wonder where they are. But at least when you see them, you know exactly where they're coming from, and I kind of prefer that, to be honest with you. And not only that, we're going to be building walls all along the fence as it is anyway. Basically replacing the fence in a way with walls. Once we have the ability to build walls and they don't look like absolute ass. Or as my friend Dean would say, arse. They don't look like arse. Yeah. Northern English accent. I'm really good at it. A few more. I'll chop down 2 or 3 more. Clearing the way over here. One thing that I'm noticing that I'm actually happy about is that I'm no longer walking into invisible walls where the trees used to be. That's something that used to happen pretty much every time in the old build. That even though the trees weren't there, they were still like quote unquote there, and you're having a hard time walking through them. But that isn't the case anymore, which is nice. It looks like that tree was actually blocking off a part of the fence, which is interesting. We're gonna head inside now. We just spent like about 2 hours in-game time chopping down trees. And my character doesn't need to do it anymore. We're actually going to stay in the kitchen. We'll pick up this time next time, going off and just scavenging some more food. Thank you all for watching, as I do appreciate any support you guys give. And until then, I will see you all next time.